Hi there. Welcome back to the L Lounge. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you the woman that is wearing a badge of honor at this point? And let's just say that badge of honor is that multitasker. It's something about saying that we can handle this and handle that. We wear it in multiple hats, and then most of all, we wear it as a badge of honor. And it got me thinking, why is that? Because if we're really talking about mastering midlife at home, because home affects us, and I love to put the first letters H and O, hormone optimization, and the momentum and energy that it can give you can make you feel at home. And when your hormones and imbalance are balanced and you feel a lot more harmony about what's going on in your life, you feel more at home, something that gives you comfort, something that gives you peace, something that relates to, I recognize that person when I look at her in the mirror. And I recognize who I want to be, whatever being that is, whatever shell of a person that you would like to emulate to the world right now. And I thought it was very interesting because I thought about it, I said, why is it sometimes? Is it because of the single fact that at the end of the day, women are 4 out of 10 breadwinners of the home, and 75% of us are the main caretakers at home. So when you see those statistics, and then on top of it, at least 50% of those women are basically taking over the whole of their household. And no wonder we want to wear a badge of honor. No wonder we want to, say, hey, we can do this. Because guess what? I'm doing X, Y, Z, and we started a new alphabet, right? And so today I want to address something that's dear to my heart because 20 so odd years now of being a board certified OBGYN, a menopause health expert, but most importantly, someone who has definitely embraced the integrative side of how we need to shift and change the delivery of healthcare to women. And that starts with oftentimes recognizing where we are in this place and time. And through these shifts in perimenopause that can start as early as our 30s, where we have this shift of mood, menstruation, moisture in the vagina, having just episodes where our menstrual cycle or times where we feel like, you know what, I think my body has just broken up with me or it sent me a breakup letter on a post-it note and I had no idea. And that can factor into many things of how we transition into perimenopause and post. All right, because it can look a little different for us. And most of the time, that is because of the hats or the badge of honors that we wear that can imply many of the symptoms we may experience. It could be battle of the bulge, battling more chronic disease ailments, arthritis, fractures easily in our bones, or things that could be prompted by osteoporosis later, areas where we just feel more in pain, or our body just feels so much more inflamed. And if we're really addressing or moving and guiding more from just a sick care model, meaning that I have this, you get a prescription, and really envelop in a model that is really taking care of the whole person, then we can navigate these storms of feeling that these challenges are overwhelming, where when you have this home feeling and all of a sudden it's more of a dysfunctional home or a home that doesn't work right for us, that can really impact how we show up for ourselves and most importantly, how we show up for the people in the communities that we love. And I believe you heal women, you heal the world. Absolutely. All day, every day. And so I want to separate this into what do you seek? Or what are the first target areas you should seek in mastering midlife at home? And seek therapy. This is a grand time to be in tune with the statistic that women are 2 to 3 times more likely to suffer from depression, feeling on edge, anxiety, or just feeling off. Once again, that whole breakup from the body type thing. I have experienced when women have come in and have just felt like, you know what, I just need to get this out. I just needed to say this. I've become a soul guardian and not a grandmother anymore. I have had to return to work or defer retirement when I thought, I can actually start enjoying life. That's a lot to take on top of being a potential breadwinner or someone who is the main caregiver to your loved ones. And then just trying to, be somebody's girlfriend, sister friend. That can be a lot. And this is a prime time to start building a house in order. Because once you start putting your face mask on, meaning your oxygen face mask, you can be able to really revitalize some tissues that need some loving, some TLC, something that needs nourishment in a time where you can be vulnerable and know that you can have the help that you need. So important. And I love how there are many platforms that are starting to bridge and develop now that are helping women see how the technology can fit, but most importantly, instantly putting you in touch to a mental health care provider right from your home. That is the innovation of delivering a change of healthcare, being able to know that someone's on your team and you're building your own team where you don't feel like you have to carry that hat as much or as often. And then my third thing that I think you need to seek, which is really important, is sleep. I think sleep is the new sexy. I mean, honestly, depriving yourself of sleep as you age is probably the most potentially harmful thing that can counter on many of the aspects of reducing inflammation, reducing chronic disease, and most importantly, the areas that need to be covered with preserving brain health. And that is a time where your body is not only detoxing, but your brain. It actually can start processing. It can start putting those consolidated memories and areas of creative thought back into new connections, not only new memories, but storing things that you can be able to recall later. All of that can be just advanced more in our sleep so we can be more cognitively sound, so we can help reduce those factors that have to contribute or may contribute to steady cognitive decline as we age. And as we're suffering from many of these hormonal deficiencies, things like hormones like estrogen, that has been very well linked to cognitive and brain health. And these are areas that are often changing within our hormonal paradigm, this hormonal shift, this optimization that we may not have that contributes to our end game, right? And it should be, hey, I want to live long. I want to live more independently. I want to make sure that I don't have to defer to feeling like I cannot do for myself when I know inside or my spirit thrives to do more. All right. And all of that can start in the sleep and maximizing sleep. And if you have some particular sleep disorder or know that, hey, I might have a factor that's depriving me for the nutrients or the oxygen that I need, seek the therapy, seek the help. It's time is now. All right. Okay. The third thing is seek a health provider that fits you now. This is something where I have oftentimes sat in front of someone, and if they didn't agree or we felt like we weren't a good fit, just like you may go to any other vendor or retail store, any of those, hey, you have your Target shopper or you may have your high-end shopper. You may have someone that likes just your routine mom and pop donut, but no, someone that wants a little bit finesse and something that has this classy, beautiful name other than just a glazed donut. I'm not trying to simplify it that much, but you see the thread and the theme there, that all of us are not created equal when we, in terms of our DNA, in terms of our body, in terms of what we need in certain stages of life. And so it may be someone that could have fit and your 20-some-year-old self. But just like that pediatrician that eventually tells you 18-year-old college kids, like, okay, I think you need to go find another adult physician. It's the same thing. Sometimes someone who's able to fit the mold of where you are now, look at things more integratively and bring the whole body connection of what's necessary when we're talking about not only transitions of your menstrual cycle, but changes in mental health that have been impacted from lifestyle and life circumstances that you have had to enter in. And most importantly, if it's times where you just feel like, you know what, I'm just not connecting with this person anymore, I want to seek somebody else, it's okay. All right. Because when we're talking about mastering midlife at home, that means home, you, yourself. If you feel off, the physical house is going to be off. All right. If you feel that you need something more, the same thing. And in the description, you'll find also just key healthy biomarkers to consider and things to follow in asking questions with your clinician or your healthcare provider so you can be able to at least curve a conversation that meets your needs or know exactly that you can equip the right questions so you can have a healthy dialogue. You build that trust. You build the respect or the mutual respect, and then therefore you have better outcomes. Thus, check, we're starting to make sure we're pouring into the paradigm shift of the delivery of healthcare women, where you're valued, heard, and understood, and most importantly, getting the outcomes and feeling more restored and in home for yourself. Okay? If that's not goodness, I'm telling you, I don't know what else is. So anyway, please, if you want to comment, if there's something that resonates with you or something that you would like for me to speak about, please do drop it in the comments, subscribe, and share. I want to know, what are your tips and tricks that you're using now to master midlife at home? It's a time of great transition, but the way I see it, you can be on the verge of your next breakthrough and not your breakdown. Just because you seek the things that you need in your life right now, whether it's therapy, whether it's sleep, which is the new sexy, and whether it's making sure that you've established a relationship with a clinician or a healthcare provider that meets your needs in this time in life right now, because it is so precious. I'm Dr. Larissa. I'm an integrative gynecologist and a menopause health expert, but most of all, I am you. I'm an advocate for the innovations that open up the doors of how we can better serve and heal women. We heal women, we heal all our communities in our world. All right, thank you. Join me next time.